Tracking your crypto transactions is really hard to do, especially when you have to report a whole year's worth. And if you're deep into DeFi like I am, it's even worse with all your staking, rebase rewards, and airdrops. It's pretty much impossible to give a number to the government of how much you made because you don't even know yourself. So that's when you start thinking, if I can't track how much I made, there's no way the government can either, right? I wish that was the case, but the government is cracking down heavily on crypto taxes because they know how much people are making and they want a percentage of that pie as well. Luckily for you, there are easy softwares out there that will calculate your crypto taxes for you, and if you stick around to the end of the video, I'll be sharing some light at the end of the tunnel with all this crypto tax stuff. Yo, welcome back guys, it's your boy Faris, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over why crypto taxes are so important, how they are taxed, and a really cool crypto tax calculator that you guys can use to quickly compile all your transactions from 2021 or any other year. That way you can give an accurate capital gains number to the IRS so you won't get fined thousands of dollars and go to jail for tax fraud. I'm kidding, maybe. But before we get into the video, make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe if you guys haven't already. I make videos all about money, finance, crypto, all that good stuff. So if you guys are interested, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. Okay, so a common thing we hear all the time is the government has bigger fish to fry. They don't care about the couple thousand of dollars that I made, or hundreds of thousands of dollars. And even if they do, how would they ever find it? Now, maybe you might have gotten away with this a couple years ago, but in today's day and age, with crypto becoming more polarizing, the government is collecting information about everything. They have their hands tied in with all the big crypto exchanges, like Coinbase, Binance, you name it. You might be thinking, I'm too deep into crypto. There's no way they're finding stuff about me. Yes, they might not catch you, but do you really want to take the risk? If you don't file and you get audited, you could get convicted of tax evasion, fraud, and even get fined up to thousands of dollars. And I know for a fact none of us want that. Now, taxes might sound boring, but knowing how crypto is actually taxed is super important because it can save you a ton of money. Now, what rich people do to pay less in taxes is strategically offset their losses with their gains, and that's exactly what I'll be showing you today. See, the art of taxes is figuring out a way to legally pay as little as possible. Keyword, legally. For instance, you know all those gas fees that you spent on, especially if you're on the Ethereum network, a majority of those are tax deductible. You know all those coins that you thought were gonna go to the moon and didn't? Yep, you can deduct those as well. A common myth I'll hear sometimes is, oh, I only made a few $1,000s. I don't have to report it since I'm below the minimum. But the thing is, there's no such thing as that with capital gains tax. There is no minimum. That crypto guru friend you're listening to is actually talking about income tax, and it's when you earn less than $12,400 and you are single and under 65. Okay, so how does crypto taxes work? Well, crypto is considered property by the IRS, which means it's taxed the same way as your stock shares. So when you buy an Apple stock for $100 and sell it for $150, you pay capital gains on the $50 profit that you made by selling the stock. Now, if you live in the US, our government incentivizes investors to hold for over a year and will actually give you a break on your taxes for doing so. This is called long-term capital gains tax, and it's either taxed at 0%, 15%, or 20% depending on your income level. Short-term capital gains tax, on the other hand, the one you pay if you buy and sell within 1 year, is taxed at your income level. So if we look at this chart, we can see that the highest income tax rate is 37% for short-term gains. So if you made $530,000 last year, and let's say you had about $10,000 worth of Bitcoin and you held it for over a year and then sold it, you've effectively saved 17% by just holding it for over a year, because now you only have to pay 20% instead of 37%, meaning you saved over $1,700. Now, you might be asking, what if I didn't make any profit? Yeah, that sucks, but for tax purposes, it actually comes in handy because you can actually use those losses to cancel out your gains. So, for example, if you made $1,000 in profit this year, but let's say you lost $800 in time with that whole Wonderland scandal or all those meme coins that you bought, you can write that off and only pay taxes on the $200, not the $1,000 that you made. Now, before we hop into this really cool crypto tax calculator called Koinly, I want to address a question I hear all the time, which is, I pay thousands of dollars in gas fees. Can I write these off as well? And the answer is, it depends. Let me break it down. If you're doing a regular transaction, so buying, selling, or trading crypto, you can write off those gas fees. By write off, what I mean is in investments, you have something called a cost basis, which is simply what you paid for an asset plus any transaction fees that come with it. Then when you go to sell it, that asset is either higher or lower than your cost basis, and that gives you your capital gains or capital losses. If that sounds too complicated, just think of it like this. You're buying $1,000 worth of Ethereum, and when you did that, you had to pay gas fees of about $100. So effectively, your cost basis so far is $1,100. Then let's say you go sell your ETH for $1,500 and pay another $100 in gas fees. So now your total cost basis is $1,200 because you paid $100 in gas fees twice. Now, instead of you having to pay taxes on that $500 of profit that you made, you can add those gas fees to your cost. So that $200 in gas fees gets subtracted from that gain. And now you only have to pay taxes of your $300 of capital gains. Now, it isn't like this for all transactions though. For all of you who like to do DeFi, so yield farming, staking, lending, rebasing, or airdrops, when you're claiming a reward, you have to pay gas fees, but it isn't categorized as capital gains. It's viewed as income. You're seen as receiving income just like how you would from a job, so you wouldn't be able to write those gas fees off. However, when you go to sell these assets, you could write off those gas fees. Lastly, we have transfer gas fees. So this is when you're moving crypto between wallets and pay gas fees to do so. Now, there actually hasn't been any clear guidance from tax officials on this yet, but generally, since you're not acquiring or disposing an asset, you can't count it as a write-off. With this, it's kind of up to you on how you want to approach it. From what I've researched, you can report this as a taxable event and pay taxes on it, or you can see it as a transaction cost and write it off as well. Or what you can do, and this is usually what I end up doing as well, is staying neutral on it, so not realizing any capital gains or losses. The last important thing I'll mention about gas fees is that if you had transactions that didn't go through and you still ended up paying the gas fees, you can count that as a capital loss and use it to offset your capital gains, which is nice because basically you got robbed. Okay, so getting your crypto taxes done. Now, I'm going to be walking you through a service I use, which is called Koinly. Now, I've been using this service for as long as I can remember, and it's made my life a lot easier. So if you guys want to follow along, I'll leave a link to it down in the description box below. Also, just be careful because there's a lot of scammers out there faking as crypto tax services just to get access to your wallets. So be careful what links you click on Google or wherever you find other crypto tax platforms. But like I said, for your guys' convenience, I'll put the exact link down in the description box below. Okay, so Koinly is a crypto tax calculator where you can hook up all your wallets and exchanges to see how much taxes you owe on your crypto. The reason I like Koinly a lot is because they have a great friendly user interface, and I know a lot of you guys are beginners, so that'll make it a lot easier for you guys. There's a lot of crypto platforms and services you guys can use when filing your taxes, so you guys don't have to use Koinly. My only thing is just be careful when you guys use other platforms because like I said, there's a lot of scams out there, so do your research before getting into it. If not, like I said, Koinly is always a great alternative. Alright, now hopping on the Koinly website, this is their main page, crypto tax reports in under 20 minutes, and honestly, you can get it done in probably like 5 minutes if you wanted. It doesn't take that much time at all. But if you guys want more information on Koinly, you guys can scroll through their websites. They have a brief walkthrough of how you guys can get your taxes done, some questions that you guys can have. But we're here for a walkthrough, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go over here to the top right and click sign up. Okay, so you have a couple different options when it comes to signing up. You guys can sign up with Coinbase, which I think is very cool. You guys can sign up with Google, or you can sign up with your basic email and password. Once you're signed up, it's going to bring you to your main page. Now, this is your main Koinly dashboard. This is where you're going to be able to see all your transactions, your holdings, your total value, your tax reports, everything. Now, as I go through this, you're going to see why I really like Koinly. Just from the homepage, you can see how simple it is. It's not crazy unorganized. Everything's just like super simple and laid out and easy to understand. Okay, so getting started. Like I said, this is super self-explanatory, but they also have a 3-step guide for you guys as well. First, you're going to add your exchange or your wallet. Then you're going to review your transactions. Then you're going to download your tax report. That's it. So getting started with adding your exchange or your wallet, you're going to hit start over here, or you guys can go right up here and click wallets. Then you're going to hit add wallet and exchange. And over here, you're going to see a huge list of different exchanges, wallets, and services you guys can add to your Koinly account. So they have all the biggest ones such as Coinbase, Crypto.com, Binance. They have Robinhood down over here, and they have a whole bunch of smaller ones that people might not even use, like CoinJar or Newton. I've never heard of them. Just to show, they have a whole bunch of different exchanges and wallets that you guys can connect to. Okay, so for my example, I'm going to be using MetaMask because I'm sure a lot of you guys have transactions on MetaMask. So you're going to type in the wallet that you want or exchange that you want. You're going to type in, click MetaMask over here. Now they have two options. You can import a file or you can set up auto sync. I'm just going to do auto sync because that's a lot easier. And then you're going to want to put in your address for your MetaMask wallet for the specific crypto that you're trying to do as well. So for me, it's going to be the MetaMask over here. It's going to be my Ethereum wallet. So all you're going to do is click copy to clipboard, and then you're going to paste your address over here. Then start import from. Now this is going to be for 2021's taxes because we're in 2022 right now. So whatever year that you're trying to get this for, you guys can do this from. So for me, I'm going to do custom date, and I want all the transactions from the 1st of January 1st of 2021. You're then going to hit secure import, and this will take a few minutes for all your transactions to go through, but I'll check right back in when this is done. All right, now that the report is made, it shows that we have 173 transactions on this specific address for this specific MetaMask wallet on the Ethereum network. Now, the reason I say this is because this is specifically for Ethereum's mainnet. Now, if we go to MetaMask over here, we can see that we're on Ethereum's mainnet. We have Binance's mainnet over here as well. Now, I don't have any transaction on this for this one over here, but I just wanted to let you guys know it doesn't import the transactions for Binance's, or let's say you have AVAX's mainnet over here. You have to do that specifically on its own. So you would have to go back to over here, find wallet. You would have to type in Binance over here. Hold on, you have to go over here, add wallet, type in Binance over here, and then you would see Binance's smart chain over here. You would go over here, and then you would paste the address from Binance's smart chain over here, so this one over here. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know that not everything gets transferred over. It's only for that specific mainnet. You have to do it for every single mainnet that you have. All right, now if you want to look at the transactions for this specific wallet, you guys can click transactions right over here, or you guys can click transactions up here. Now over here, this will have all the transactions for this specific time frame that we choose. So this should be for everything in 2021. On this transactions tab, it'll also tell you how everything is being taxed. So for example, over here, this is showing this is a 65-cent loss. If we click it, it gives you a more detailed review about everything, the fiat value, the cost basis, and the gain or loss. Now this is a 65-cent loss example. If we scroll down here, we can see there was a $21 profit example right over here. Now remember in the beginning of the video how I said crypto is taxed differently. You have airdrops, you have rebases, you have interest payments, you have all these different type of stuff which are taxed differently. Now Koinly automatically does this. So for example, this says this was a profit. Now if this wasn't a profit, you can go over here and change it as well. You can change this as an interest payment, and this will automatically change everything as well. So as you can see over here, is now being calculated as an interest payment. Also, there's going to be some times where Koinly won't know the exact price of a specific coin. So what you can do is go in and manually input it yourself based on an estimate, because obviously you won't know the exact price that you bought it or sold it. Also, if we go back to the homepage of Koinly, this gives a great rundown of how everything is viewed in that specific wallet. So it shows the total value. That's how much money I have in terms of dollar in this MetaMask wallet. It shows the cost basis, and it shows your unrealized gains. It has a great chart over here, and it shows you all your holdings that you have in here as well. The cost, the market value, and your ROI. And as you can see, my ROI is not the best, but like I said, this is just my dummy test account, so it's nothing too concerning. Okay, so now that you have everything inputted into Koinly and you made sure everything is correct, now you're gonna get your tax report. But before we do that, like I said, in my example, there's only one wallet, so make sure you guys add in every single wallet and exchange that you have. That way you guys get the most accurate numbers. So go right up here over to tax reports, and you're gonna see this is for the year 2021. You can choose this for whichever year that you're doing this for, and you're gonna see a brief summary. Now in the summary, you're going to see your capital gains, your other income, cost, expenses, gift, donations, and everything that Koinly was able to find within your wallet. Now obviously this is not going to be exactly accurate. There's going to be some changes or some things that you think don't add up. That's why you guys can go in and manually edit them as well if you would like. Okay, let's say everything looks good with your summary, everything's accounted for, and you're happy and there's no other fluctuations. Now you're going to want to get your tax report. All you're going to want to do is scroll down over here and choose the type of report that you want. Now they have a whole bunch of different reports that you guys can get. They have the IRS report, TurboTax Online if you guys use TurboTax, and a whole bunch of other stuff such as income report, expense report, transaction history, a whole bunch of different reports that you guys can get. Now I'm sure you guys saw this error message over here where it shows that you guys need to have a plan in order to download these reports. So all you're going to want to do is go over here, click view plans, and these are going to show all the different plans they have to offer, such as newbie, hodler, trader, and pro. Now these are separated by transactions. So the newbie is 100 transactions, hodler is 1,000 transactions, and so on and so forth. Now it doesn't have a free, or it does have a free version, but it doesn't show over here. But the free version is for transactions under 100. So I have over 100 transactions. That's why it's automatically putting me into the newbie category. But amongst these different options, nothing changes. All it is the amount of transactions. So if we look over here, all plans include this. So if you go to hodler, this also includes this. Trader, this also includes this. All you're getting is basically more transactions. And the best part is this isn't like a monthly subscription fee. It's a one-time fee. So as long as your transactions are under the certain threshold, that's how much you're gonna have to pay. So if your transactions are under 1,000 transactions, you guys will only need to pay $99 once. You guys can pay with your credit or debit card over here, or if you guys want, you guys can play with crypto as well. Now, once you choose your plan and you pay for it, you should be good to go. You can go back over here to tax reports, go down over here and download any type of tax report that you want, and you can include this when you file your taxes this year. But that's pretty much it. That's how you use Koinly. Like I said, and like you guys probably watching this video, it's super simple. It's like probably like they said over here, it was only 3 steps and you guys were able to get your tax report. But like I said, if you guys want to use Koinly for your crypto taxes and make it very easy on yourself, I put a link to it down in the description box below. As you can see, doing your taxes is not the most fun, but it really is important because the worst thing that could happen is that you get fined, or worse, you get convicted, when all of it just could have been avoided by paying your taxes. Also, if you guys are interested in buying crypto, I suggest checking out crypto.com. They have all the top cryptos you guys would ever like to buy. So if you guys are interested, I'll leave a link to them down in the description box below as well. I really do hope this video helped you guys out in terms of learning more about crypto taxes, how you can file your crypto taxes, and how you can make it very simple on yourself. But I really do hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And as always, I'll see you guys in next week's video. Peace.